come on.
Sound check.
G'day everyone, welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. My name is Dr. Dan. Today, you already know because you read it on the YouTube description. We are reviewing a singer who I just, honestly, she's Gigi. What are you doing to me? You're so good. You are so good. I mean, come on. This is her rendition of the Dianne Reeves piece, Better Days. This is from the late 80s. My research suggests the original is 1988. So we're going back a little way. There is so much funk and soul in this. I'm just going to start the video because I watched this lady sing, and I don't know. There is so much that she does, like, to a premium that I'm floored. Here we go. This is a 6 minute song. It's not short, but which I'm kind of glad for, because where she takes it. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. Let's dive in. Let's have a listen.
Silver gray, neatly combed in place. There were 4 generations of love on her face. She was so wise, no surprise. Past her eyes, she'd seen it all.
I'm just going to get it out of the way, because for those of you who have watched my GG reviews before, you already know. I think her tone is, I don't know. It's special. It's very special, and it's consistently special. I'm yet to review one of her videos where I don't go, what on earth is going on with that tone? It's amazing, because it is. So I'm not going to wax on lyrical about the tone today. We're just going to, that is just the default setting. Gigi De Lana, amazing tone. Okay. And it comes through, vocal track shape, the consistency of her phonatory flow, all of that. What is a real standout, and we're going to talk more about it in a moment, is her phrasing in this piece. Let's keep going.
I was a child, about 3 or 4. All day I'd ask questions, and night I'd ask more. But whenever she never would ever turn me away.
Okay, there's a great example of storytelling. Like, she's looking right down the barrel of the camera there, and she's literally telling us the story of this piece. This piece is about remembering a grandmother, remembering better days. And Gigi is just communicating that so beautifully, and she's using her phrasing to ensure, we'll talk more about phrasing as we go along, she's using her phrasing to ensure that the lyric is in the foreground, because it's a really important part, particularly in this first half of the performance.
I say, how can I be sure what is right or wrong? And why does what I want always take so long? Please tell me, where does God live, and why won't he talk to me? I say, Grandma, what is love? Will I ever find out? Why are we so poor? What is life about? I wanna know the answers before I fall off to sleep. Whoa.
just the way she's using her voice with a rhythmic value there is really sinking in beautifully with what Gigi Vibes, the band, the foursome there is doing, and the groove. Vocally, it's so important that you're able to, when you're doing material like this, the voice has to really sink in, and it's got to come from that accent, the ability to phrase and accent the phrase such that it's not, it's not late, it's not early, it's right in time with the pulse that the band's laying down.
She saw the smile as she tucked me in. Then she pulled up that old rocking chair once again. But tonight she was slightly, remarkably different somehow. Slowly she rocked, looking half asleep.
I just want to listen to that again. I just, the way she smoothly moved through that, just lovely. She prepped it. She knew it was coming. This is something for those of you who are, in the game of learning to sing. You do have to have, at times, you've got to have that forward thought and to do that preparatory work, to be ready to move into. You don't want to be sort of trying to set things up as the note is happening. If you're setting up for a note or a phrase in that moment, it's almost certainly too late. It'll be behind you before you get on top of it. And you can see Gigi here, she preps it. She knows what she's going to do with it, almost certainly because she's practiced and rehearsed it. Let's come back and have a watch of the lead into that.
Different somehow. Slowly she rocked, looking half asleep. Grandma yawned as she stretched, then she started to speak. What she told me would mold me and hold
More communication, yeah.
together inside. Yeah. She said, all the things you ask, you will know someday. But you have got to live in a patient way. God put us here by faith, and by faith that means better days. She said, "Child, we are moons in the dark of night, and I'm only gonna come till the time is right. Can't get to better days unless you make it through the night."
Gigi just makes me want to, I'm not a dancer but makes me want to groove, and she makes me want to sing because it's just, she's so locked in. Again, it's the rhythmic value of her phrasing, the way she, and it's really very clear and very precise in its timing. What that takes at the level of the vocal folds, they need to be start-stop. That takes a lot of skill in breath management. And so you've got to have a good sense of core connection so that you're not overloading the voice. If the voice has too much pressure, every time you go to stop, the voice it'll burst open. But she has this lovely balanced airflow, and so the voice is able to just start, stop, start, stop, start, stop.
You gotta make it through the night. Yes, you do. You can get to know better days unless you make it through the night, baby. Oh, you will see those better days, but you gotta be patient.
I reckon if we were to analyze her register transitions, that I think sits right smack bang at the point of her register transition, which makes it very, very, very difficult for her, uniquely her, because everyone's transition will sit just slightly different. We all have them, and according to the acoustic value, the impedance of the vocal tract, and our musculature and the way they team up is how we manage our transitions. But look at the way she's able to she knows that note's going to sit right in a difficult spot, but she nails it. Yeah.
Be patient. Ooh, baby, be patient. Later that year, at the turn of spring, heaven sent angels down and gave grandma her wings.
It would be so easy to sing that line more legato, where the voice would go, having sent angels down, na, 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 and sent angels down, da, da, da. And it's, I don't know the lyric very well, so I can't give you an exact rendition, but have a listen to how she does it. She really accents each word. It's so good.
Ooh, baby, be patient. Later that year, at the turn of spring, heaven sent angels down and gave grandma her wings. Now she's flying and sliding and gliding in
Oh, yeah. Come on. And here we get her accenting her elongated phrase. Have a listen to that.
grandma her wings. Now she's flying and sliding and gliding in today's.
Oh, come on.
I'm all grown up, I still get confused. I stumble through the dark and bump and bruise. When night gets in my way, I can still hear my grandma say, I can hear her say, I can hear her say.
Ah, yeah. Have a listen to how she's now, on those clipped phrases, she's now adding some vocal fry, that little glottal stroke between each of those accents, which gives us a variance. It's so clever, because kind of to do the same thing over and over again gets a little bit boring, but she doesn't. She layers it. She gives us that variance on a textural level, but to do it, the skill, have a listen.
Way I can still hear my grandma say, I can hear her say, I can hear her say, you can get to know her better days unless you make it through the night, baby. Oh, you will see those better days, but you gotta be patient, child. Do you hear me? Yeah, oh well, you can get to know better days unless you make it. You gotta make it. You gotta make it. You gotta make it through the night, yeah.
Oh, I love that fry, that there's a distortion in that sound. It's not what I would refer to as a distorted vocal sound in so much as like a disturbed heavy metal sound. It's a pressed distortion. So the voice, she's purposefully loading the vocal tract, the vocal folds, so that they're just, constricting a little, and it gives us that edge to the sound.
You can get to know better days unless you make it. You gotta make it. You gotta make it. You gotta make it through the night, yeah. Oh, grandma, grandma, baby. I do you say now, lady, I
up into that beautiful flute register, lovely and clean. She's outstanding. She, like, she's not a one-trick pony. She has such a full toolbox of skills at her disposal, and she brings out the right tools for the right job every time. And that's what we're all working towards as singers. We want to develop different skills in our singing so that we have that choice for voice, that variety to call on to create the picture that we're painting. And I love her. I think she's awesome. I really do. I hope you've enjoyed today's voice analysis. And how could you? I mean, that video, as of today's recording, it's got like 15 million views, and there's a reason for that. Like, it's so very, very good. I hope you've enjoyed today's voice analysis. Please hit the thumbs up if you did, and leave a comment if you've got something to share about what you've enjoyed about the performance. I look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.